New 50% tariff on a wide range of goods imported from Canada. This announcement came late Monday night, targeting consumer items like wine and hockey sticks, as well as industrial products such as cement. The White House stated that these duties are set to take effect in 30 days. Old Kizikwaddiku. The tariffs represent the latest escalation in trade tensions between Washington and Ottawa that have been simmering since President Trump returned to office in January 2025. According to a fact sheet,
this is N9095 News from Alexandria. It is 8 a.m. on July 22nd, 2026. We are with you at the top of the hour with the latest news in artificial intelligence, technology, politics, and finance. On Wednesday, July 22, 2026, ASML announced an increase in its revenue guidance for 2026 to between $43 billion and $45 billion, following strong quarterly performance. This update signals increased demand for chip production equipment within the AI build-out sector. The Dutch company posted a quarter with 25% revenue growth after raising its annual target from a previous range of $36–40 billion. ASML holds a technological monopoly on specific chip-producing equipment required for current fabrication processes, which drives this significant demand. Yahoo Finance notes that the stock is priced at a premium due to market awareness of this monopoly position. However, one analyst stated in their eyes they prefer investing in downstream companies like TSMC over ASML. While some comparisons describe ASML as being roughly 1/100th the size of Nvidia relative to earlier periods, these metrics highlight its unique role rather than direct competition. The confirmed facts suggest that continued investment in semiconductor manufacturing is accelerating globally. Whether this makes ASML a buy remains subjective based on individual portfolio strategies regarding upstream versus downstream exposure. Investors should consider how monopoly status impacts valuation premiums when evaluating long-term growth potential in. The World Artificial Intelligence Conference opened Friday at the Shanghai Expo Center under record-breaking heat with temperatures nearing 40 degrees Celsius. Traffic nearly came to a complete standstill within 2 kilometers of the venue due to these extreme weather conditions. Despite an official ticket price of 168 yuan, scalpers are reportedly selling access for upwards of 1,000 yuan. Reporter N. Cao described this gathering as both the hottest and most crowded event in 6 years. Unnamed sources told her it is also the most vibrant conference since its inception in 2018. General reporting context suggests that President Xi's presence has pushed attendee enthusiasm to an unprecedented level, though specific details about his exact remarks remain unconfirmed by direct quotes. The stark contrast between the affordable official cost and the exorbitant scalp prices highlights a significant demand issue amidst the chaos. This situation matters because it underscores how high-profile events can face logistical breakdowns even when intended to showcase technological progress. While the conference aims to drive innovation, these conditions create safety concerns for thousands of attendees trying to enter in sweltering heat. The event continues despite. On Wednesday, July 22, 2026, the United States reaffirmed its technological edge over China through deep and liquid capital markets that efficiently fund high-risk innovation in artificial intelligence. While Chinese firm Moonshot recently introduced Kimi K3 and plans an initial public offering in Hong Kong to raise about $3 billion, according to media reports, American companies are raising significantly more. SpaceX secured $86 billion via its June IPO, with over half of those proceeds dedicated specifically to expanding AI capabilities. Furthermore, both Anthropic and OpenAI are expected to enter the public equity markets before year-end through their own initial public offerings, potentially raising between $30 billion and $80 billion combined. This influx of capital allows SpaceX to spend up to $50 billion on NVIDIA's Vera Rubin platform for advanced computing needs. Experts attribute America's lead not just to talent, but because its financial system directs financing toward promising businesses based on economic merit rather than political priorities. In contrast, China's state-dominated banks allocate credit according to government directives, making it difficult to replicate the efficient scaling seen in the U.S. Ultimately, sustained technological leadership depends on this ability to efficiently. Texas billionaire Harlan Crow has loaned statues of founding fathers Benjamin Franklin, Alexander Hamilton, and Revolutionary War soldiers to the White House under his initiative for a National Garden of American Heroes. A spokesperson for Crow confirmed this arrangement to the Washington Post following their removal from Old Parkland in North Dallas. President Donald Trump began installing these sculptures after returning to the White House in 2025, while ProPublica revealed that Crow lavished Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas with gifts starting in 2023. Reports suggest his collection also includes Nazi artifacts because he allegedly hates communism and fascism. One attendee told Washingtonian that Hitler's art pieces stood out among other works at a gathering. The proposed National Garden of American Heroes aims to feature around 250 statues, though preservation groups have stalled the plan for now. Crow owns a home in Dallas's Highland Park neighborhood valued at roughly $55 million and discussed procuring these statues with the New York Times back in 2003. This move highlights ongoing efforts to reshape the historic Rose Gardens display while raising questions about the billionaire's controversial collection and his influence on federal spaces during.
U.S. stock futures slid ahead of earnings reports from Alphabet and Tesla as investors monitored new tariffs and rising oil prices linked to ongoing airstrikes against Iran. On Wednesday, the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 0.1%, while S&P 500 futures dropped 0.2%. The Nasdaq 100 contracts sank a steeper 0.6% after Wall Street posted gains the previous day. In contrast, Supermicro shares surged in pre-market trading following news of a record backlog. backlog. Meanwhile, IBM is scheduled to report its second quarter results after facing a stock drop due to a warning issued last week regarding upcoming figures. Trade news suggests President Trump appears ready to replace expiring 10% global tariffs with more permanent duties, including a potential 100% tariff on imported generic drugs. Additionally, a new 25% tariff targeting Brazil came into effect Wednesday. These developments matter as they could significantly impact corporate margins and consumer costs in the coming months. Investors are also weighing whether Google's AI monetization efforts justify surging spending on artificial intelligence given these shifting economic conditions. SK Hynix is reportedly in talks with Intel regarding a potential acquisition of the massive New Albany, Ohio semiconductor campus. According to information obtained by June Anglobo on Tuesday, this deal aims to bring front-end memory chip production to the U.S. within 5 years while offering financial relief to Intel's struggling foundry business. The facility spans roughly 1,000 acres and covers approximately 4.05 million square meters. Industry observers interpreted recent remarks by Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick as a push for Korean manufacturers like SK Hynix to build front-end memory manufacturing domestically. Business professor Kim Dae-jung of Sejong University noted that the U.S. is moving toward a fully self-contained AI semiconductor supply chain, keeping design, foundry, and packaging within its borders. Intel's foundry division reported losses exceeding $2 billion recently, making this cash infusion critical. While SK Hynix has not yet confirmed or decided on the acquisition in their Wednesday response, the potential investment could reach up to $100 billion for full development. This move addresses Washington's demands for U.S.-based production without introducing new factual claims beyond what is currently known about these negotiations and timelines. On July 20, 2026, UNESCO and LG AI Research officially launched a free global massive open online course on the ethics of artificial intelligence during an event in Seoul. The ceremony took place at the Korean National Commission for UNESCO premises as part of the Ethics by Design Industry and Innovation Conference. Key figures present included Prof. Khaled El Inani, Director General of UNESCO Dr. Kyung-hoon Bae, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Science and ICT of Korea, and Dr. Woo-hyung Lim, Head of LG AI Research. The course is now hosted on Coursera, offering certification to eligible learners upon completion. Its curriculum was co-developed with LG AI Research and shaped by independent global experts from leading institutions. Panel discussions featured representatives spanning industry groups like Kakao and Naver, academia including the University of Toronto, government bodies such as the Korea AI Safety Institute, and international organizations like United Nations University Institute in Macau. UNESCO noted that 193 member states adopted their recommendation on the ethics of AI in 2021. The course offers translation options in 11 languages to reach a wider audience. This initiative aims to move beyond shared commitments. Leading research network organizations from Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and the United States have renewed their commitment to international cybersecurity collaboration by signing an updated Global Cyber Threat Sharing Memorandum of Understanding. This agreement brings together AA Arnet, Canary, JISC, and Ren Isaac Omnazak while welcoming RE-NUNZ as a new signatory. Heidi Fraser-Krauss, CEO of JISC, stated that the cyber threat landscape is constantly evolving, attackers do not respect international borders, and AI is lowering barriers for would-be attackers. Ben White, CEO of AA Arnet, claimed that shared intelligence helps partners respond more quickly, strengthen defenses, and contribute to a resilient global research community. Mike Tremblay, President and CEO of Canary, asserted that cyber threats facing the sector are global in nature and demand a coordinated approach. Anthony Newman, Executive Director of Ren Isaac, stated that collaboration is one of the most effective cybersecurity tools available for sharing actionable intelligence and improving collective awareness. Amber McEwen, CEO of RE-NUNZ, claimed that research and education has always been an international endeavor requiring similar cybersecurity approaches to strengthen collective resilience. This renewed partnership matters because it establishes a unified front against cross-border digital.
On July 25, 2026, Rockwell Automation announced that Luminous has selected its secure OT platform to bolster cybersecurity resilience within Belgium's energy production environment. This deployment utilizes a collaborative implementation model designed to help the electricity producer manage risk across diverse assets, including thermal, hydro, battery, and wind sites. The platform is specifically engineered to deliver asset visibility, risk prioritization, and integrated vulnerability